let's get our definitions out of the way right here. So when we talk about this word precision, what is precision? It's really the quality of being accurate and exact, right? So precision tools are used for accurate and exact measurements. Precision components adhere to a set of accurate and exact standards. Precision clocks keep accurate and exact time. And that's really the point of the cover illustration of my book. And here's a Russian version of the book, which shows an image of a pelican with eyeglasses looking at some frogs dangling from, I guess that's a branch. And I think maybe something got lost in translation. But anyway, precision marketing, it's the same idea, right? It allows companies to deliver accurate and exact marketing messages. It's simple as that, but actually, of course, it's not simple at all. And conceptually, I always think of it in terms of what I call the 4 R's: right customer, right channel, right action, which could be an offer, a message, content, and right point in time. And, what I think we're seeing today is a migration from historically known in marketing as the 4 Ps, product placement, promotion, and price, to the 4 Rs. And when you think about right customers, you can ask questions like, is this customer likely to respond favorably to this content, to the message I'm sending, to the offer I'm serving up? What is their decision-making process? What key criteria is at the forefront of their purchase decision? And, when you're thinking about things like right channel, what channel is most effective or efficient in directing the desired action? You need to look at historic campaign results to answer that question. What are typical customer response behaviors in that channel? What's the optimal channel mix? Right action, you need to understand to what extent is the action tailored to the perceived wants, needs, interests, situation, etc., and what actions should follow based on what I would call purchase sequence context. And then when you get to this question of right time, it's really a question of, when will the target individual have the greatest receptivity to the message or the offer or the recommendation? When will they be most likely to respond in a favorable way? So, timing is everything, and focusing on customer receptivity is key to success in my mind. Now, when I talk about precision marketing, or at least when I used to in the good old days, I always start by talking about my grandmother and my grandfather. They owned a small corner store in Council Bluffs, Iowa. I used to refer to my grandmother as a point-of-sale customer identification and contact center solution. And I would talk about my grandfather in terms of performance management and integrated real-time delivery and cross-sell and upsell and all that. And the point, of course, is that when you think about what's happening today with respect to precision marketing, what are companies doing? They're basically putting advanced technologies and enabling technologies in place to replicate the intimacy, the personalization of these interactions that go back to time immemorial. And this is sort of a conceptual framework that I like to use. So capture customer data, integrate customer data, and enhance customer data. And this applies equally whether you're talking about individual customers or you're talking about companies, right? So you need to identify, capture information, marry it with other information, integrate it to create a centralized data repository that transcends all of your data silos and creates a unified view of who that company is. And then you need to enhance it over time. And by the way, this is not a linear process, right? People are dynamic. Companies are dynamic. The data must be refreshed on an ongoing basis. It's really a closed-loop process, a recursive learning cycle, if you will. And then finally, of course, this is, if that's the minimum ante you have to put on the table, analyze and act upon the data is how you're going to realize that vision. And I think another key point that's worth mentioning before I dive into some of our research findings is this notion of optimization. So and it's funny, I hear people talking about marketing optimization all the time, and they use the term very loosely, and very often they use it synonymously with improvement or marketing automation. But optimization, as I'm sure many know, is actually something that's very specific. In mathematics, it refers to choosing the best element from a set of available alternatives. So you're out there solving a problem, and what you're trying to do is minimize or maximize a function by systematically choosing the values of variables from within an allowed set. So it's really finding the best available value. And here we have, what is this called? I think it's called a paraboloid. And then that I think does a good job of illustrating the concept. And in marketing, when we're talking about optimization, it's really, again, it's the same idea, right? It's trying to maximize or minimize your business objectives based on whatever constraints you're wrestling with. So those constraints may be budgetary in nature, they may be time constraints, cost per lead constraints. What's really amazing today is that we're seeing, this advent of all these new ways to interact and transact with customers that really do take that notion of optimization to heart. So email personalization, we're just seeing some amazing things now in terms of being able to create, just thousands of permutations that are based on, at a very granular level, and landing page optimization, really able to understand what people want, what they're looking for, and taking them from, your Google search to, a page on your website that really is well aligned with their objectives. Website versioning, that's an emerging area, and we're going to talk about that momentarily. Lead scoring and qualification, really understand which ones should go directly into your sales pipeline and which are going to require some additional nurturing. Search engine optimization, of course. Retargeting, which is pretty amazing after people have been on your website, the ability to sort of track their browsing behavior and even marry that with other data, and then after they leave, continue to serve up relevant content. And then offer optimization is sort of a term that I've been popularizing, and it really encapsulates a lot of what we're talking about today.